What's going on, lads and ladies? Enjoy this serious Reddit video about the underbelly of the internet. Throw a like and subscribe. Serious, dark web users of Reddit, was there ever a point in your use that you felt you were genuinely in danger? What happened? Came across a Chan style site. Every post was about trains. Wouldn't say I felt in danger, but I felt so out of the loop that I was missing something that I just got off. One Chan? They just like trains. It's a hobbyist image board. I immediately thought this too. They're all there innocently chatting about trains and this guy stumbles across it like, what the frick? This is some crazy it. Had a buddy who used to order weed. The distributor got busted and the postal service let him know there was a suspicious package for him. He could either pick it up or it would be destroyed. Did he go to receive the package? Not unless he's a total idiot. Getting an illegal package addressed to you leaves you with plausible deniability if you've purchased it anonymously and covered your tracks. You can say, no thanks, I don't want anything to do with that, because I have no idea what it is. And that'll be that. You just have to suck up the sunk costs. Trying to pick it up after you've been told it was suspicious and being held will earn you a nice talk with the authorities. Hey, we have your suspicious package here and we're gonna destroy it if you don't come get it. To be honest, if I didn't know what was in it, I'd probably try and find out due to curiosity. Didn't order any meth, but if someone's shipping me any, I'd like to know. Yeah, accepting a suspicious package definitely doesn't seem like enough to charge you. If I randomly got a call from the post office saying that, I'd definitely be picking it up. If it's anthrax, it is what it is. Everything feels government owned. I used to frequent drug sites. They would go down for weeks at a time, then pop up again, have weird prices. Sellers were different. It made the dark web feel like a labyrinth more than a ruleless wasteland. I own a fairly rare car that had a rare error code. I looked it up on Google and there was only one other person on the car makers forum that had the same error. And this guy took months and months going back and forth between car shops and the forum thread to try to get the issue fixed. Everyone on the forum was pitching in to try to help him. So I kept going through this long forum thread to try to figure out if he ever fixed it. And suddenly there's no more replies from the guy. Everyone was scratching their heads for a while. We thought he had maybe gotten the issue fixed and didn't bother to update us on it. Then one day, a news article popped up about a really rich guy who died in a Thai jail cell. And then we connected the two stories and they matched up. The same make and model of the car in the news article matched up with his car. And they were both claiming to be in Thailand at the time. So what happened was that same guy who was still talking on the forums got raided by the Thai police around the same time he stopped replying to the forum. Turns out that he was running one of the biggest dark web marketplaces where drugs were being sold and exchanged. It had something like $1 million in revenue per day and he was hiding out in Thailand while living in luxury. They found him dead in his jail cell a few days later. They claim he died of suicide. I suppose you are talking about cases. Founder of Alpha Bay. The dude was stupid enough to use his real email, the one he was using for LinkedIn and all legal businesses, taxes, etc., to send welcome messages to people who signed up on the website. Yes, Alpha Bay. I didn't think he was that bright, because I fixed the issue he had fairly easily. He just needed to replace the car battery. I think he didn't realize that the 12V outlet still powers on even when the car is off. So whatever was attached to the 12V battery, like the radar detectors, laser jammers, would continuously drain the battery. You have to keep the car on a battery tender if you have anything plugged in. My car started having the same issue, because the car shop that did the vinyl wrap on my car didn't put it on a battery tender. If you let the car battery drain to zero, it'll always have low voltage issues. And when you have low voltage issues, the car doesn't start up without jumping it. Replacing the car battery fixes this. It took me only a few days to figure this out. This guy took months. And it was only like a $600 fix. I was a casual orderer of the dark web for a while and got pretty big into it and started buying slightly bulky packages of drugs. If you knew the markets for a while, then you would know one called Alphabet was the best of the best. The Amazon of drugs and fraud would be its best description. However, it went down mysteriously one day and everyone assumed the owners just scammed everyone for their Bitcoin. Partially true, but in the background it was actually seized the D. Everyone flocked to a new site called Hansa, which had some sketchy design features, but it was the next best alternative. Turns out the Dutch police took over the site and with cooperation of multiple governments ran a drug distribution onion site with over $1 million of transactions for around a month. They were gathering information from unsuspecting users, including me, who bought with faulty security practices. Now this is where I started freaking out. Imagine trafficking drugs through the mail and the Attorney General at the time, Jeff Sessions, makes a speech live on television that he was going to crack down and explicitly explains how fricked everyone on Hansa was, because they have been gathering data for over a month. And in a big dong energy move closes the site and puts up a banner in its place saying everyone who has purchased will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law during his live speech. I was eating myself for a month as many arrests did occur, but luckily I guess I wasn't important enough and nothing happened to me. Turns out the Dutch police took over the site and with cooperation of multiple governments ran a drug distribution onion site with over $1 million of transactions for around a month. They were gathering information from unsuspecting users, including me, who bought with faulty security practices. Here in the Netherlands they also use that information to pay a home visit to at least all underage drugs purchasers. I can't remember if they also visited others, but I remember distinctly they at least went to people who were underage and give them a visit to remove the illusion that purchasing that stuff on the dark web is safe and make sure they are properly informed about drugs. That's such a Dutch thing to do. I hope the police turned up on bicycles. Not the modern dark web, but back in the days of Usenet I posted some harsh CLA criticism in alt religion Scientology. Yes, that was a typo for Scientology, but I'm leaving it for context of a bunch of posts. The online threats were funny, but when I started getting death threats by mail I backed the frick off. Yes, Scientology is a dangerous type of cult, and unless you are prepared to go full Inquisition and burn them all at the stake, it is better to stay far away. They have killed, and will kill, to protect the organization. We still have no idea what happened to Shelley. Don't frequent it a lot, but once I accidentally left my browser in full screen and a stranger in a chat room asked me if my curved monitor was nice. Freaked me out a bit. I was once in an anonymous chat room, with a made up name and all that. A guy DM'd me, and asked what's it's like to live in the city I did. I noped the frick out of there. It's actually very easy to get an IP address, and by extension a general geographical location of anyone using a chat site that utilizes a page 2P connection. When I was younger I used to hop onto anonymous chat sites and screw with people by asking them stuff like that. LOL. Is that why Tor browser puts that weird padding around the rendered page? To obscure the resolution the page renders at? Webcam turned itself on once. That was scary. I immediately unplugged it and my network cable. Ran 3 complete scans of my system for malware and viruses. Found nothing. Hasn't happened since. A bit of electrical tape over the camera pinhole works wonders. I've never personally felt I was in actual danger, so to speak, since I take proper precautions, but early on I did accidentally come across a site, forum while exploring, that was filled with snuff photos of women people had assaulted and then knocked out or killed. Shut down my browser pretty quick after that, but felt uneasy for a long time after. I remember when I was young my friends and I discovered that the internet was filled with some vile it. Think the glory days of one guy one ice pick, 3 guys 1 hammer, etc. I discovered a site called allgore.com and seen a video of some guy violating a naked decapitated woman. He was filming it like he was showing off some prized possession. I've never been more disturbed and quickly left the website and stayed off my computer for a while. It's really fricked up what some people are capable of. The idea that the dark web is an extremely shocking and dangerous place is largely inaccurate. It's mostly weird libertarian blogs and very sterile Amazon type websites for drugs, complete with reviews of different vendors. I remember my friend showing me where he bought his drugs online and seeing how well kept and formal it was. Like you said, it really was just an Amazon type website for drugs with friendly and thorough reviews. Even saw in red at the top something along the lines of, website name. Moderators will never ask for your password. I was pleasantly surprised to say the least. Even saw in red at the top something along the lines of, website name. Moderators will never ask for your password. Now I'm just imagining some neopets looking sites selling drugs. I'm going to be camped at the money drug tree. The Silk Road was a genius website, all things considered. DPR was able to find a way to circumvent the two major issues with drug dealing. Utilizing an escrow system to ensure the seller actually sent the drugs, obviously can't be 100% successful, but also enforced a feedback system encouraging quality tests, etc. Scammer or provider of subpar drugs? Not going to make it past a few transactions at the most. 10 out of 10 site would recommend. You ever hear the story of how they busted the Silk Road? There is a YouTube video that explains it, but basically, the feds found the earliest mention of it on a forum that either had the real info of the creator or something that identified him. Then they were able to watch him, and the cocky frick was actually using his laptop logged into his Silk Road admin account in public like at a library. The agents staged a scene that got him away from the laptop and then jumped on it. Make sure to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell like it owes you money. Remember to post your favorite comment from the video in the comment section below for a chance to be featured in my next video. I hope you enjoyed this fantastic video and I hope you are all staying safe. Show a small channel some love by liking and subscribing. Take care. Hip hip cheerio. Much love from me, Matt British.